In 2019, the vegan diet was really getting hyped up, so I decided to try it for at least 6 months. And here's what happened. If you would have asked me about 3 or 4 years ago if I'd ever be vegan, I would have definitely said no. All right, what's up guys? Welcome to The Uncommon Path. My name's Colin, and before we get to the rest of this video and what being vegan for 6 months was actually like, I just want to tell you guys a little bit of why I actually went vegan. So I used to eat meat and other animal products with literally every single meal. Like I'm talking like chicken, steak, you name it, cheese. I used to drink tons of milk, and everything really changed about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, when my family, we all watched this documentary. I think the name was called What the Health, and we all went vegan for about a month, and it was during the summer, just before I was getting ready to go to college for my freshman year, and everything was really good. It was great. But slowly when college got near, everyone kind of stopped being vegan, and I really liked it, but being a college kid and being on a meal plan, I kind of just stopped and went on with my life and was like, okay, I don't really need to be vegan to survive. But flash forward to about 6 months ago, I actually saw some things on social media and whatnot, and I started to do some research because I was like, okay, I see these people being vegan on Instagram and whatever. They seem really healthy, really fit. And I just wanted to actually refresh myself and see some of the benefits that I may have missed. And as it turns out, the real big reason, I think one of the number one reasons why I actually wanted to try this challenge was because I read about how being vegan and cutting out dairy and other animal products could actually help your skin with acne. And I've always had a bad history with acne. I've had really bad acne on my face. I have scars still on my face, and my face may not look that bad right now, but in the past, it's definitely been pretty bad. Now, another reason for doing this challenge, really the second big reason, was I was actually reading about how veganism could reduce inflammation in your body, and that goes along with helping out with acne, but this is actually supposed to be really good for athletic recovery. I don't play sports, I used to, but I still work out a lot with things like calisthenics, and I wanted to see if veganism, being vegan, would boost my performance in the gym and just help my recovery. So I think that was a big number 2. And plus, with helping with heart health and other things, I've read that just being completely plant-based is supposed to be really healthy. So yeah, that's number 2. And reason number 3, which I think it might even be a bigger reason as to why I went vegan than the first and second reasons, is every time I would ask somebody, hey, do you think it's a good idea if I go vegan? I've been thinking about going plant-based and just trying it out. They would usually tell me, that's not viable. You won't be able to get enough protein. You need milk to have healthy bones. You need meat to get protein. And even some of my family members even told me like, oh, I don't know if that's a good idea, blah, blah, blah. How are you gonna survive? And that just sort of presented itself as a challenge to me. So I like challenges, and I wanted to do this because of that, which it honestly turned out really good. And now let's get into actually what I experienced. And we'll start with week 1. And the first real big thing is just changing your lifestyle and changing the things you actually eat. So instead of chicken, we have garbanzo beans, or as they're more commonly known as, chickpeas. Instead of salmon, now I'm gonna eat things like tofu. Wish me luck. Instead of regular cheeses, I have vegan cheeses. And instead of regular milk, I have things like soy milk and oat milk, which I can say I prefer oat milk much more. Now, a real challenge to this full vegan diet thing is actually cooking. And I really had no prior cooking experience to becoming vegan at all. So I definitely knew that I had to learn how to cook so I could do this in a sustainable way, keep on the vegan diet, and just always be eating nutritious meals. And I didn't want to be eating like processed Beyond Burgers or Impossible Whoppers every day because, yeah, they're not exactly as healthy as eating a whole plant-based foods diet is. So I learned how to cook. And what's interesting enough, I actually got introduced to some other cool products, such as this product, Banza Rotini, made with chickpeas, which is pretty cool. But I like to keep my vegan meals simple, and I've made tons of different things from, you know, cauliflower wings, tofu scramble, chickpea wraps, banana pancakes, and just an assortment of other meals, which are pretty awesome. And getting over that hump and just teaching myself how to cook was really good, because when I did the whole vegan thing with my family about 2.5 years ago, I didn't know how to cook. My family was doing the cooking, and once they stopped, it was kind of like, okay, I'm not gonna go ahead with this. And now I'm actually cooking for myself, and it's just actually a lot better because I can just do vegan and not have to worry about someone else cooking my meals. And another big thing was just learning what to put in my body, which things to eat, you know, making sure I get enough protein with legumes such as chickpeas, and eating some other soy products, which I will talk about in a second. But just eating enough greens and carbs and all of the other nutrients is good. And I'll put a link in the description of something that you can just kind of base your diet on if you're thinking about going vegan. But anyway, now I want to talk about some of the things I experienced in week 1. Now, one of the first things is getting used to the vegan diet, and I want to talk a little bit about soy and fiber overload. Now, I'm not sure which one it really was, but I did notice that when I was eating things like tofu or tempeh, which is a fermented soy product, I definitely had to go to the bathroom a lot. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Gotta go to the bathroom. Gotta go to the bathroom. The toilet's clogged again. Which kind of sounds disgusting, but it's the truth. I had to go to the bathroom a ton. And I don't know if it was just getting used to soy or just getting used to the amount of fiber that was in my body, because literally everything I was eating pretty much had fiber in it because it's plant-based. So there's that. But after a week, it sort of went away, which was good. You know, I was like, oh my God, how am I gonna do this whole vegan thing? But after a week, I was good. And everything was smooth sailing from there. And with the next weeks, I definitely noticed that in the gym, I was making some really good progressions in my calisthenic movements. I was being able to hold statics longer and just recover really fast. And another thing that I was actually a little bit worried about at the time going into the whole plant-based diet was my energy levels. And, you know, contrary to what some people may think and what I even thought, my energy levels actually increased, which was pretty cool. And I think it has to do with the amount of carbs I'm intaking, because I definitely eat more carbs than I usually did. So I think that's definitely why my energy levels are higher. And with carbs, you know, some people think carbs are bad, but I've actually lost about 10 pounds on the vegan diet of just fat, and I've kept all my muscle, which is really awesome. So that just really goes to show that the vegan diet is definitely working for me. And if you guys want to try it, definitely go for it. But, you know, everything was going really good on the vegan diet over the next few months. You know, just implementing plant-based meals into my life was honestly pretty easy. You know, I live in West Virginia, and going out to eat is kind of hard because there's not a lot of options. But if you live in a bigger city, because like in bigger cities, there's more vegan people and there's more demand, there will definitely be more options. I live kind of near Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and you know, there's a lot more options in the city there. But options here, I kind of have to cook all my food, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, at least I know what's going into my food, which is good, I guess. And that's another thing, I kind of started looking at food a little bit differently, you know, just treating food as fuel. And my whole perception was kind of shifting. You know, I even started looking at some of the environmental and ethical perspectives of why to go vegan. And, you know, it makes a lot of sense kind of common sense, honestly. You know, put plants in your body, don't put animals in your body. But you know, if you eat animal products, not gonna judge you at all. I think it's fine, you know, but definitely try to eat more plants because it's honestly good for you and the science is definitely there. And I actually started this whole thing back in August, but going towards December, I was actually going on a trip with my family, and this is where veganism took a toll on my body. So we're going to this awesome resort in Cancun, Mexico, and I love Mexico, and I'm not gonna hate on Mexico or the resort we stayed at, but being vegan at this resort, being vegan in Mexico was kind of tough. And I felt like I was not getting the amount of protein I should have, getting the vitamins, the micronutrients that I need to have a lot of energy and whatnot. And being vegan for a week in Mexico with barely any real options. I mean, there was options to eat, but it's not like I had like chickpeas and stuff at my disposal and I could just get a bunch of protein and things. Being vegan there was really hard, it took a toll on me. I was really tired at the end of the trip and it kind of carried over into my Christmas break, and I was just really tired, was sleeping in like way longer than I usually do. And yeah, but over time I gained back my energy and got right back on track. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is actually the benefits that I got with my skin. My skin is a whole lot better, and I'm just gonna put a picture of my skin, of what it used to look like, on the screen right now. And as you can see, my face used to look pretty bad, really bad actually. And now my skin, it's not perfect, but my skin is a whole lot better. It's really good. I will actually just put up a picture close up of my skin right now on the screen, and we'll compare the both. As you can see, what my skin used to look like is really bad compared to what it looks like now. And I have to really just give credit to eating healthy, having a healthy lifestyle to just naturally help my acne go away, which is awesome. So I can definitely say that was a huge benefit to going vegan. This didn't happen overnight, but over the few months and over about the 6-month period, this helped my skin out a lot. And you know, I still have scars and everything, but this has really helped me out a ton. Now I'm gonna continue on the vegan diet. It might not be for you, but I would definitely say give it a shot if you're interested in it, or maybe just try eating more plant-based meals. Not to say that you can't have a cheat meal every now and then. I haven't on the last 6 months, but maybe in the future I will. So yeah, make sure to subscribe down below to The Uncommon Path. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.